All right, and we're back. See, the red pill is fundamentally right-wing because of this idea that it separates the male and the female and says these are absolutes, and these two behave very differently because they have to. See, everybody else, in some way, shape, or form, is still trying to figure out how equality under the law can just be made into this amorphous equality where everybody's just treated quote unquote equally, which that's not a full sentence actually. Like if you were to try to think through, substantively, you haven't really made clear what you mean. Like the idea is not clear. It's not really a full sentence. And so the conservatives, the quote-unquote traditional conservatives or trad cons, and then there's, and then there's the actual Republican Party members, so the Republicans. So the right wing is not the same as these two. This is actually an important thing for people to start getting, that the right wants order. That's what it is. The right wants an order that is orderly in the fashion that is reflective of how normal things in the universe have order. You can't just say, "Oh, women are just magically equal, so they should just have money." Because, men have money. This idea of third-party expertise that just makes proclamations, and that we all are supposed to dance around and do some sacred pole dance to the proclamations of, some college-educated thought, or something, or some angry exotic, at MIT, has come up with this understanding that, the way things really should be if everything were equal, which, it's, yeah. So the right is its own, we're almost the only thing you could find politically is that we're nationalists. Often we came in from, yes, the left of center. We are not the traditional conservatives. A lot of the trad cons should actually start being a little bit glad about this. There's only so long that you have us riding with you. As soon as you guys decide that you want to do something stupid and that it's something that is bad for nationalism, we're gone. Daily Wire, we're fucking gone the minute you decide that we need to do something that is counterproductive to the development of the United States of America, maintenance of the Republic. Once you start popping some stupid shit, like how Jordan Peterson was talking about, people should have to, they shouldn't have internet anonymity. Boom, we're gone. Who the fuck are you, Jordan? With your third-party expertise on something that you can't even outline why that makes sense. No, stop. This is the woman part of your female brain thinking, bro. Men make girls feel anger feelings and uncomfortables on the Twitters, and it's sorry. They're going to have to get a stiff upper lip about it or stay off Twitter. How about that? You're going to have to learn how to block people. That's that. They're going to have to be grown-ups. How that isn't crystal clear from the beginning. No, but you see, it's that Jordan is a Canadian. Canadians are a bit more effeminate and so it's there are these people who will do anything to be polite. When they get lined up and shot by their own communists and exotics, they're going to, I don't know if you loaded your gun there, it's so when they get starved out by the exotics, they have to give a daughter over to them. It's like how the British are becoming a race of kind of lesser, smaller, cowardly men. Well, I don't know. I mean, the exotics they really don't like that kind of talk. Oh, look at this. So cute. Look at them. Being cute duckies. Cute duckies. He's like, hey, buddy. Yeah. They're trying. They don't know what to do because they know I'm going to keep walking or something. Don't worry, I'm not going to mess with you guys. That's so adorable. He's like hanging out with his girlfriend. He's like, don't get near my girlfriend. Stop looking at my woman. Anyway. So, I just wanted to touch on that because a discussion was going on about the tradcons and marry up these hoes kind of thing. And there's a lot of, this comes down to what these tradcons keep showing us is the old saying is, marry young, sin at leisure. You know, and that's how it is. It that if you didn't marry young, you actually have a tougher time of it. If you want to have something that's traditional and old-fashioned, and that will last, because you two grew up together, you've been through the hard times together, and then when you're older, you guys know each other extremely well, and yeah, and there's too many men understand that if it's too late, it's too late. If once you're past a certain point in your 20s, you're set in your ways, or you're starting to get set in your ways. If you don't find somebody who's really a bit younger than you, a bit younger than you, and really her plan is to get hitched. That's the other thing. Women who want to get hitched, that's it. That's it. And anything else it's something else. She wanted to do something else with her life. She had some other ideas. So there's not a whole lot you could do. No, there's just not a whole lot you could do about that. And so the traditional conservatives, they don't really understand the dating world of today. They don't understand how mentally ill and really kind of evil a lot of women are, that they've been taught to be that way. They're constantly encouraged to be that. They keep wanting to talk about Andrew Tate. Podcast of Lotus Eaters keeps talking about Andrew Tate, this and that. And like people, I guess, nobody's really converting. Nobody's converting to Islam. There's not some massive population of guys who want 10 wives. They want to pimp the hoes and they want to be Islamic Pimpasaurus Rex. This is not happening. And yeah, this is not happening. And so, what really, to me, is the deal is that no, it's that to impress young men and to keep them impressed. And then this idea of, okay, you want them to get married because there's actually very good reasons that you would want men to get married. It's just completely practical. There's very good reasons for that. So I don't want to come across like, oh, it's just fucking dumb. No. For people who they want it to work, they want to make it work, hopefully it works. I can't detract from them. If that's what a man wants, that's the way he's going. That's the whole point of MGTOW. I no longer shame men for the choices they make if they think that it's going to work. I'm on code, as Kevin Samuels put it. I'm on the boys' team. Okay, homeboys, do it. Get the girl and keep her, and hopefully y'all will be happy. Yeah. So the tradcons and the Republicans, they as well. These are people that us nationalists, us red pillars, you guys will turn on us every time. That's the one that really gets us. Is Oh my God, the standard Republican, when they deal with the manosphere, the red pill world, they will turn on us in a second. We made some woman unhappy. You said something unkind to a white woman on the Twitter. How dare you? Suffer, you peasant. Do you understand the quality of the shoes and the ties I wear? Suffer, peasant, your wife, you have no wife. Now, the reason why a lot of these tradcons and Republicans need to start getting through their heads that this is bad. You're messing with something you shouldn't mess around with. What makes us red-pilled? Information. What information? Hayek, the gold standard. The truth about Ukraine. Innumerable things that it's like, no, we are the guardians of the Chamber of Secrets. Sargon, you showed up late. Podcast of the Lotus Eaters, we were at the party. You showed up in suits. Stop it. Stop it. Daily Wire, you're chasing our money. Stop it. Holy shit. How dare you? Motherfuckers. Try and the thing is why you're picking up on Andrew Tate, that's the part that really gets to me. Yeah, you want to, Andrew Tate. No, talk to Aaron Clary. Sargon, you want it, talk to Aaron Clary. He actually hired an actuary to do the numbers. He actually has the math on his side. And it's bad. And you know it's bad. And so trying to be like, there's these guys who are, remotely popular in the world of the manosphere. Like, for one, what's his face? That one kid, he's not popular. The Filipino kid who's converted to Islam, he's just, I never hear anybody mention anything. No MGTOW people ever mention him. Nobody posts about him in my Discord, nothing. Except that time he got his ass whooped by that dude, and yeah, he got really beat up in that sparring session. There is no world of these guys wanting to be Pimposaurus Rex, because also, that's its own problem. Like, it's like, dude, do you know how much Andrew Tate would have to make to have the kids and the women and the lifestyle? Like, he has to make that kind of money. It's the lifestyle ends up making you a certain way. And that's the thing about a lot of the MGTOW stuff is these are the quiet intellectuals that you needed. You need us to quietly crunch the books. You need people like me who will read all of Reinhard Galen's memoir and take marginalia so that I notice, wait a second, he said he met with Adenauer and Globka in such and such, in this situation, and it's like, did anybody else document one of the most important meetings that established the history of the modern Germany, and that we all, none of us even know these guys exist, that takes us. Having kids distract us from the memoir of Galen so that we could do our history work, no. That's for you. That's for you, Sargon. You want that. That's fine. I'm glad you have kids. That's not for me. And so, so just understand that. Just like Johnny Cash said, understand your man, so understand the men that you're in league with. And really, understand the men you're in league with. because it's one of these things that not everyone's marriage material, bro. Not all of us fellows are, like a whole lot of fun all the time to be around. As we read the memoirs of terribly genocidal characters and intelligence people for the most evil thing that has ever done evil, So, I just wanted to put that out there I still love podcasts and Lotus Eaters. Still big up Imperium Publishing. I think that was what it was. Imperium Publishing. You guys have great books. I'm just too deep in a couple right now that I've got to look through your catalog again. I mean, who has money for that? Dads don't really have a whole lot of extra money for a whole lot of books. It's the way it is. They don't have the time. They don't have the money. That's us single guys. And I think really what some people on the right have to do is to understand these right-wing men and have a name. Like, have a name that's not fucked up, but to understand, like, no, these are guys they're past the age that they could get married. It's not going to happen. And many of these people are people who realized, oh my gosh, all these ideas of the left they never had any grounding in almost anything factual, really. All of this took time. Sargon, I was there to see all of it happen with you. All of it. So just get that. Just get that straight in your heads. There's no animosity, really. We just don't really get, a lot of us don't really get what makes us come up on your radar. And then it is really, what do you have with Tate? Honestly, there's a part of my mind that's kind of like, I sort of wish there was really like a big forum of people who are right of center, and Tate was on there, and that they all could kind of talk. That it was really like a conference, like just talking about the situation of men in the modern world, and that they really got into everybody. The modern Islamic world too. Get the guys from UAE and Saudi Arabia and Abu Dhabi to come through, and like, this is what's going on with men in our country. This is the crisis we are looking at, and because I think that's much more effective. I mean, in a way that's already happening on YouTube, but in a way it's also not. So yeah, this is just some stuff I was thinking about this morning. And I still have some coffee left. All right. Pieces.